Good afternoon. This is Pastor Ray from the Pastor's Study here at the North Kingsport Church of God. Wanted to give you a kind of an update and some insight as we move forward during this COVID spike that we're being told about. The counties come down with a mask order starting July the 12th, and I wanted to touch base and just give you some heads up on what we're going to do in response. Also, and first of all, let me say this. I would like for you to hold the Varner family up in your prayers. My pastor friend from Lenore City passed away this morning at the age of 59, and just lets us know how close this is coming to us with COVID-19. So I want to encourage you, if we're not, many of the churches now have suspended their in-person services at least for 2 weeks, some a month. I have elected at this point, with reading and conversing back and forth with the health department and looking at the different aspects of this, what we're going to do is we're going to have in-person services Sunday with the understanding that if you have any symptoms, you need to stay home, number one. Number two, if you come to service, whether it's the morning service or whether it's the memorial service in the afternoon or the night service on Sunday, you'll be expected to wear a mask for the protection of others and yourself. So we're going to encourage you to wear a mask for the in-person services. And if you have any doubts about what you should do, then we are comfortable with you watching from home by live stream. So, but until we get this peak passed, we're going to employ masks and at the services and the social distancing. We're going to refrain from shaking hands and refrain from touching each other in the building. Try to stay about 6 feet apart. Our greeting team, which I'll be asking to come a little early on Sunday morning, will need to be uh, masked up and gloved up, and we want to be able to hold the doors open for everybody coming in and help them as they leave as well. We also have installed this week new paper towel holders so that you don't have to touch them anymore. You just wave your hand in front of them, and they'll dispense the towels for you. That'll keep you from contaminating yourself after washing your hands. So we're working for your protection as we move forward. So again, this coming Sunday, we're going to be having in-person services with the understanding that you will be required to wear a mask for these services, each one of them, and we want you to practice social distancing as well. This is important until we see how this spike goes, and we will. I'll be watching this daily and make decisions based upon how things are playing out. If we need to, we'll go back to just live stream services. But for right now, this weekend, we're going to go um, to the mask being worn for the services. If you don't have a mask, you need a mask, please let me know and I'll try to get you one, put one in your hand before Sunday. But understand, when you come Sunday morning, if you're not wearing a mask, you won't be admitted into the building. That goes for the memorial service in the afternoon as well, because we want people to be able to enjoy the services that we're going to have, but yet leave here knowing they've been protected from the coronavirus. This is important. So we're going to do that. I also want to let you know, ladies, that from our church, that I need you, if you will, to bring Sunday morning a side dish for the family after the memorial service. They will be served in the back, in the fellowship hall. The family will be served their food, and we'll have just a few workers from the church that will have their gloves and their mask on, and we will allow them to have their meal, and they'll be able to exit through that door on the outside of the fellowship hall, and then we'll sanitize everything down again before the night service. So these are things that the preparations that we're going to do to try to keep everyone safe. uh, my number one goal is to keep you safe. We want to have in-person services, but we want to do it safely as possible. I think it's pretty certain now that it's not about the surfaces you touch, but more about the aerosol or the it moving through the air. So, um, what we're also discovering is that many people have it. They don't know they have it because they're asymptomatic. And so, as a protection, everybody involved, like I said, we're going to wear masks for Sunday services, and then we'll revisit. We'll look at things and we'll talk. We'll keep you updated and informed as we move forward. I want to say thank you for your faithfulness, those that faithfully tithe and give to our church. Thank you so much for your faithfulness in supporting the church and keeping your church supplied in this time of need. Know that I want to remind you today that Pastor loves you, and I really want the best for you. Again, please remember the Varner family as they walk through the process of laying to rest Pastor Ernie Varner this coming Monday night and Tuesday. So remember that we're going to be also, I forgot, let me tell you this. We got temperature takers that we don't even have to touch you. We'll be able to point a device at you, and it will target you, and it'll tell us your temperature. So we'll be able to tell you if you're running a temperature or not. Suffice it to say, if you're running a temperature, you need to go home. But remember, if you have any symptoms, and I'm not going to try to, I can't enumerate all the symptoms, but I do know if you have a cough, if you're running a fever, if you don't have taste, if you lost your taste, these are key symptoms that they're looking for COVID virus. So if you have any of those, please stay home and stay safe. And know that you're loved, you're prayed for. We look forward to seeing you, those that can make it. Don't forget your mask. See you Sunday morning. God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.